Okay.
I will leave it here.
Can we leave it? Can we leave it on that table, small table there? Thank you.
How do you do it? Like you will be muted because right now I can see myself and you as well, and I will.
Please, yeah, mute
Yeah,
yourself
I am
completely.
muted and I am like right now off camera.
Uh-huh.
But then when I will be presenting how it will work. So for example, I will.
Do you have sound in your in anything?
Yes.
This makes it so complicated.
Okay.
Because we have another. Okay, let me check. Let me check.
You know what? I can also send it to you like PDF because like it's like only one video and then I will show the video
Can you?
separately.
Because can you go to Keynote? I'm sure from Keynote you can export the PPTX, this PowerPoint file.
PPTX.
Is it? Did they call it PowerPoint?
Yes, yes, I know what it is. It's like a nightmare, but yeah, do it.
PowerPoint. Let's try. You know, because if it will work, it will be
Yeah.
so good for me right now. And here you go. Can you put it here on the SSD? The presentation. USB-C. You don't have
It's
USB-C.
like old computer, man.
Let me find it. I should have a connector.
Well, we'll just see how big is
Okay.
it.
Oh yeah, true. That's also the case. Oh yeah, because you can send it to me on Teams.
Yeah, or other.
set of workshop, and she is the initiator of every workshop topic. So this year we finished identity crisis. Identity crisis was CEO organized and sponsored by the Netherlands Embassy. So we are deeply thankful for the cultural attaché of the embassy, Mr. Martin van Dijk, who visited us in the middle of work. And thanks of him, we may host guests from the Netherlands, or not directly from Netherlands, but collaborating with the Netherlands academias, which are Academy of Design Art in Eindhoven and Royal Academy of Hague. So thank you also for this academias to accept our invitation. Today we finish the second chapter of the workshop, and then my intention was to say thank you also for the group of students who decided to work for this workshop as designers and also a documentary team. They design identity, they design information, and they design web page publication. So I would like to ask Dmitry, who put a lot of efforts together with Ivan to record everything, to let you know where you will be able to find after these few weeks all of the lectures, syllabuses, and selected results of your work.
Okay, hi everyone. Before I talk a little bit about our work, I would like to ask Pavel Pokutitsky to make a quick announcement. They're not going to be presenting in this room, they're going to have their own event, so we'll let them say a few words and then I'm going to move on.
Tak, ale on będzie tylko mówił, gdzie jest, co tam będzie.
I don't.
You don't.
That would be fair. First time. Very high stage. Okay. So we would like to invite you for our event that is concluding the 2 weeks workshop of Slavic Glitch. And just to remind you, the Slavic Glitch was about thinking that we're using technology, tablets, computers, different apps, but we don't see there any non-Western references to other cultures. And we focused on Slavic because we are here in the international Slavic environment, and we wanted to blend it into fictional digital spaces and figure it out if our identity could find a space online or digital. Students use different mediums, they work with AR, they work with 3D environments, creating 3D animations, websites, applications, and what's not. Also, you will find a performance as well, 3D scanning environments, and different technology that was used. You can all see this in the exhibition party/performance event that Pavel will tell you more about.
So you are all welcome after these presentations. There are, first of all, free drinks, I guess, and snacks. So that's for people who don't want to come, maybe that's an incentive. But for the rest, we just want to have a bit of a festive ending of this wonderful 2 weeks of the identity crisis workshops. There will be some music. There will be this performance situation. It's in C5, so just you go outside of the building and around. For people who don't know, I guess you know how to get there. In how do you call it? Art gallery place?
Art studio.
Studio Sztuki. And what else can I say? Yeah, that's basically it. We want to, what I want to say is that we intentionally wanted to end this workshop with a presentation like this, because we also find it's very important that these digital creations are also actually exhibited physically in space. You know, we often talk about apps, it's small, you know, how to present it in exhibition formats. So this is also an exercise for the students in a relatively short time to gather all the equipment, to create installations, to see how how works communicate on their own without necessarily, you know, explaining things. So we hope also it's a test case for them to see how this can be done. So I hope you will enjoy also their ideas. Some installations are both about physical and virtual spaces merging somehow. So there will be some surprising solutions, I hope. So do also talk to the students if you don't understand the project, or because it's also a learning moment for them to see how to exhibit something like this. Let's say digital work in a physical space is not always that easy. Therefore this small event, and it's from about 2:30 till 5:30 downstairs. You're very welcome, and I think that's it. Okay, so enjoy the rest of the day.
Now, I will briefly say our work consisted of working. We started working in summer, and we were working for both Identity Crisis in October and Identity Crisis 2 in November. We were tasked to design the booklet, the web page, and document in October the lectures that were happening. That's what we were doing. Our team is 7 students in total. For the production, Ivan and I were responsible mainly for the design. Paulina, Amelia, Alan were responsible, and the website, Anastasia and Ellen. And we were supervised by Eva Satalecka, Jan Pichota, Maria Teitkonen, and Aina Eichler to make this project work. And I hope we achieved a consistent look across the whole identity here. As you can see, we spent a lot of time prototyping this, a lot of time thinking about how we're going to do it, constant back and forth, and we ended up with the style that you saw in the booklets, and you will be able to see on the website. If you would like to, you can scan the QR code now. It's still a little bit under construction, but soon you will be able to, on that webpage, find both of the booklets, recordings of all of the lectures in good quality and with presentation slides. And in addition to that, you will see that selection of the final works that your professors who conducted the workshop will prepare and give to us to put on the webpage. Okay, and now we'll move on. And also, we would like to give a little plug that our New Media Arts social media, especially the YouTube channel, has a lot of updates in regarding to the workshop. We're going to have, I think, we're going to have 5 interviews connected to it. We have a long recording with all of the lectures. And already up to date, we have all of the lectures that were on the October week in good resolution with the slides. So if you would like to come back to them and look again, you're very welcome. They're public on our channel, PJAIT NEMA on YouTube. Thank you very much and enjoy the presentation and the show later. Yeah, of course.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I will continue from where, I continued from where Naomi left in October. We were fortunate enough to have a very small group of students compared to other classes that we have heard that we had 25 people and so on. The second week, they were only 6 students with us. And I will just remind you what was that. Sorry, I have here. Yeah. What was the aim of this workshop? So under the umbrella of design for social justice, we managed to examine
instances of exclusion, problematized around similar issues that specific communities encounter, and developed and proposed approaches and tools for designing for inclusion. As a pretext, we used migration, but not all of our students worked with migration as theme. But what we managed to do was that we brought the whole theme of exclusion to Warsaw. So all the students, they were working with case with the city in the urban network of Warsaw. Very fast, we did a lot of introductions and exercises for autoethnography, for mapping public space. We did content analysis of visual material. We sat with our students and we defined themes, topics, and communities that they were supposed to work with and for. And we did also an introduction to care and participation as design tools, or if you want, as design materialities. And then we did also an introduction to the concept of intersectionality. And lastly, we did also exercises to critical speculative design. Now we'll just go through some of the examples, the final results of our students. This is the other side, an augmented reality game for more inclusive urban settings by Xenia. Xenia observed that many of the urban places, they are somehow not very actively used by the citizens. So she had the idea to create a game, that would force people to go out and use the surroundings in a different way. She was inspired from Dungeons and Dragons, and she did some mock-ups, as you see here, for the game and how it will be created, how it will look like. So the idea is that you go out and you play, but yeah, and then you are engaged with the urban settings. Then we have a project from Daniel, who he observed, he went around and he mapped a long area around the university. That was in October, so it was exactly the pre-election week. So he observed all the posters that they were around there. After that, he went and he did a very deep content visual analysis of these posters, and he created some subjective maps. Here he got inspired from War of Gangs, I think, as you see. And then he started analyzing the different posters with the specific design choices that the parties they were doing. So there are different kind of maps here, as you see. And his analysis, it came down to like 3 levels of analysis. So first he mapped out the physical space of these posters, then he went into the visual elements of the posters, and then on the 3rd level he he worked with the messages of these posters. Then we have the Accessible City by Mykolaitis, who he tried to highlight the inaccessible spaces in urban settings, and very famous, very popular spaces in Warsaw. He had the idea to approach it with a little humoristic, with a little humor. So he created some stripes of comics here, as you see, and then he proposed some solutions. Then we have the project from Simona, Going Green. She observed that, as you see, there is in Praga. Okay, this is a little strange because I'm not from here, so you know the place is for sure better than me. At Praga, there is this enormous park, but then in the rest of the neighborhood, there is not so much green. So she had the idea to create a community garden and explode this enormous park into the urban network. So the idea was to build up, to create a community garden, which will help to create connections between different neighbors that otherwise they don't talk or they don't know each other. And then also to infuse or to explode the green areas within the city. So you see that transform the city through green community-like activities. Then we have the project Wealth Care and Healthcare by Leon. Leon, when he was out mapping the neighborhoods, he observed that it was very hard to find where healthcare is located. Different parts of healthcare is located. In many cases, a lot of signatures are destroyed or it is not visible. But at the same time, he saw that while the signatures of healthcare was really invisible, at the same time, the surveillance around these spaces, they were very precise and they were very clean and very on top of the game, to say so. So he tried to make the juxtaposition between the wealth. So there is a mistake there. It's wealth care and health care. So I will play the. Let's see.
On the video.
Yeah, let me. It was a bit. His observation also, it is very related to inclusion and exclusion, because even if you're a young person, if you don't know how to go to the doctor, you are excluded somehow from the doctor offices and so on. Let me see. Oh, oops. Yeah. And then we have the last one, Home for All. It is a social campaign for Fundacja Okalenia by Elisaveta. Elisaveta took a step further and she interviewed some friends that they are migrants, and she figured out that it is extremely hard to find. I know that the market in Warsaw, it's hard for many people to find apartments, but if you are a migrant, it is even harder. And she took and she analyzed the interviews, and she managed to get some interesting things out of it. So her whole campaign is how we inform everyone how hard it is to find an apartment if you are a migrant, but also to raise up awareness of that and also to support these people. So she came out with like, oh, you are not from Poland? No. She really worked with the idea that when you call and you don't speak good Polish or at all Polish, you get always this silence, and then probably they are hanging up the phone. So yeah, so she did a lot of graphic work in the form of posters as a campaign. Also some material for information. And some posters. So thank you very much.
Just with the mouse. Oh, you can hold it.
No, no. Maybe I can stay here.
Yeah, and the camera is here.
Camera as well.
Here, yeah.
I should speak to the camera.
No, you can just, so you're visible there.
Okay, so hello everyone. So today I will present the results of the workshop that I conducted, as you know, last week, during the previous week, a workshop with Ingrid van der Wacht from Dutch Design Foundation. This week I was working alone, but I would like to present the results of our common work. So while during the first week of the workshop, we mostly focused on finding the answers for such an important question, what identity means to all the participants of the workshops. Then, as a result of it, we work on the several projects, and the scope of the project is it's a bit different. So we work on the apps, we work on posters, animation, some campaigns. So you will see the results. So I will not present one more time the same content that we presented with Ingrid last week, during the previous week. So I will just focus on the results. So the first project I would like to show you is HIV, called HIV Body, and it's a project of the both device and mobile app to spread the awareness about the importance of testing and healthcare for HIV among young people. And what I really like in this project is the way how students who are working on it find this kind of adopted specific visual language, which is more related with the cartoons, something that is fun and playful, and connected with such a serious topic. So here you see some posters designed by the students. Furthermore, there was like first idea was to design the device. It was some sketches of it you saw the previous week. The device that can help you to check the results of the test. But then we came up that maybe, okay, the access this kind of device might be limited. So it will be better also to design an application. So
Be here, click here. And again. No?
Okay, now. So here you can see the recordings from the recording is showing the prototype and the main functionality. So you can log in into the app, press the password because they have some sensitive data, and here you have the results of the test. So you can check if it's positive, negative. You have access to the account. You can also print the test or share it. So very simple. Actually, you can also find some medical points when you can test yourself. So the main idea that stays behind this project was that the testing is something really important, and it's not taboo. Okay, let's go to the next one. There's some problem with it. Okay, here the students decided to focus on the food waste problem and trying to propose the campaign dedicated to the children and their parents, like children's like from 7 to 10 years old maybe. So you can see the posters and there are the QR codes, so you can scan the QR codes and open the landing page with some animations and basic information. So I will just show you here briefly the landing page. That's how it looks.
And here you can have some sneak peek of how this whole campaign may work. So the students decided to use the monkey as the main character to present the different problems related with the food waste to the children. Okay. One more. Okay, here I have a problem to upload all the GIFs that were created by Elizaveta. So I have only one, unfortunately, from some technical problem. Sorry for that, Elizaveta. But for the first time, I'm using Google Slides, so I don't know why I couldn't upload all of them. So only one works. But basically, the idea of Elizaveta work was to show the different models of the communication, of the dialogue. And I don't know if Charlotte, Jan, and Zosia are here with us. So guys, I printed your posters so you can also present them, so you can maybe come here, because I was not able to find you before the presentation. So that's why I left them in the corner. I think I'm fine. So I will also present it on the screen. So the main idea for those posters was to design something that can be presented in a public space without any, I would say, any like very important messages, but something that you can just simply look at it and smile, or just something what can help you to express your feelings.
We also wanted to extend this to AR and for
Yeah, and I'm trying also to extend it, so you can present the posters that you made. This series was made by Jan and Charlotte. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. The prints are yours.
Don't move, don't move.
Don't move.
Let us please 1 minute more for session.
Yeah, for
press.
press.
Yes, the press.
Okay,
Take
very
photos
nice.
and put on the social media.
Now you can move.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, those were made. You can. Right, and here I just wanted to include it and to present, to talk a little bit more about this project, because I think it's important. It was created by Olga, and Olga, she's living far, far away from Warsaw, and usually it took like 1 hour to get to the campus. So she focused on the problem of the gaps between the classes, like over 1 hour. And she would like to have the space on the campus where she can have some privacy and relax.
Can you prepare them?
So
like if they're rolled up.
her first
they're
idea
okay.
was to like adopt those containers and transform them to the space where students can rest between the classes. But there we discussed about it and thought that maybe it will be better to propose something smaller, like maybe the armchair that is for somehow isolated from the surroundings. So starting from Hokusai and his representation of the nature, which is very, like you can see on those ukiyo-e prints, giving a lot of peace, like you can feel the atmosphere of the water, of air, and the nature. Then she generated, it was AI generated inspiration, so it's not a final word, definitely. Something that will both like express the space where students can relax, but according to the Japanese culture, let's say. And that's the final work. It was fully rendered, so you can only see this, but trust me or not, but it's like it's fully rendered for the object. But it's for somehow related with the Japanese garden, with the hokusai on the wall, sorry. And there is also the place where you can relax. The last project I would like to show you today is we start from the mobile application tool, and with the mobile application. It's called Patron. And the Patron is an application that's allowing people to adopt the pets from Ukraine who's suffering, which are abandoned after the dam was destroyed in the city of Nowa Kachowka. So we work on it quite intensively to understand the whole user path, what all the steps they need to make to adopt the pets and so on, and trying to really brought all the wireframes and all this UX process. We went through it. And it was a very, very good example of the teamwork. I think that the students were very well organized. And the testing of this work, they also made an icon on it. So it's very, very complex work, I would say. Even it was not easy sometimes, but I would like to show you the final result. So just like application, you can log in or register it. There is some video if you want to play it. You can describe yourself, but you can skip this part. And here is the main functionality. It's allowing you to get the information about the pet. And the location of it. And here are some filters that allowing you to select the pet according to your needs, the size, the age, and so on. This application also allowing organization to upload the information about the pets. So it's like for both groups of users. And you can also donate the organization, as you can see here. So all the materials, obviously except the photos, were created by students. Okay, and that's it. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Maybe I will invite my lab students here with me on the stage. If you feel like it, you can join me. Please do. And I will ask for some lights, maybe. Okay, what we have here are some print matters, as this workshop of mine were mostly focused on the printing session. So I will ask you later on to pick it up and then to present them. But let's first focus on some other stuff. So hello everyone. We would like to share with you our workshop results. It was like a part 2 of mapping and printing the identity. No, which one?
The left click.
Okay, so First of all, maybe let's have a small recap what happened on the previous season of the mapping and printing the identity. So last time we gathered, last month we established some frameworks for us to work within both on the project and now on printings. So the goal of the workshop was to actually create some kind of utopias and dystopias in the form of the map. So the students gathered within like 3 groups, and then based on debates and arguments, the participants created maps of imaginary lands, utopias or dystopias, where they placed the pieces of the kind of reality that they seemed important at that moment. And through those creative activities, the land based on cooperation and community emerged, as well as several pieces of the zine where the conflict was the main driving force, and the other islands of absurdity and boundless freedom were born, along with the curious and interesting places. So that was like the end of the season 1. So we were working manual only. We were working within the groups, and we the students had to responded creatively with the creative tools on this idea regarding this concept regarding the identity crisis affecting both individuals and entire societies. So they came up with the ideas that they will create their own kind of lands in order to kind of focus on values which can be maintained on in those lands. So the results were 3 maps actually. So here you have I told them to trust the process because they were at that moment didn't know how the silkscreen works. So we established to kind of prepare few metrics for the silkscreen for the later print. So the students created 3 separate maps with the separate universes. So one of them was United Donut Island, which is here. One of them was the multiverse, which was a separate pile of islands where people look after themselves when they when they have a boundless freedom and absurdity is run by some of the spaces. And then we have a separation, which is the island based on the conflict. Not sure if I could tell that it's a peaceful conflict, but for now they're more or less talking to each other, so that's good actually. Still improvement. Okay, so let's go. Before we'll give you those to see by yourself what's happening there. I would like to give you some small I would like to walk you through the production of the silkscreen, because it's not that easy actually. Especially here we have this format is quite big, but then we'll show you later that it was smartly designed actually, but by all of you, and smartly printed as well. So first we need to establish some zine format. So from my experience, I mean, all of the kind of ideas has to have some limitations because otherwise we would be lost in chaos. So actually we decided to go with the very small, very simple piece of zine, which is just one big paper sheet folded several times. And then from the one hand, you will have 8 pages of the zine. And from the other hand, you will have a nice poster. So we decided to go with that. So the zine size is B4 plus. The number of pages 8 for all of the zine. And then more or less each group had to create the whole edition, which is 50 copies by 50 copies of one zine, more or less. Other thing that we needed to kind of agree on is like some kind of modular format. So here we have, and I think it was like also important, help up with the organization. So even if we had like some setup format like this zine, we also had some elements to add, like and to choose from. So so all the participants had some freedom in choosing the pieces of the covers, how they want to establish it, and what they want to do with the print later. So yeah, it was important actually to kind of have some freedom in experimenting both with the inserts and pieces of the zine, and of course the colors. And it was like very interesting part to see actually how like each of the group more or less peacefully is establishing the palette of the colors. So like each part actually, it was like very interesting to see, and I'm like really glad that I participated in this, to see how citizens are communicating with themselves and how they are establishing like certain parts of the project, because it was like really ongoing debate on what is what. So like it was like they took it like really seriously. Then also additional part was the inserts. So again, it was like the experimental part when it comes to the printing. So you know, we had some setup information, setup stage, but then yeah, there was like some experiments involved in this. One of the citizens also had some sort of like a identity on the t-shirt. So as well, we had like a lot of fun actually like printing the whole edition. So the printing itself, I just wanted to show to you that it was like the whole process of the printing. So actually, silk screen consists of several steps in order to establish that kind of like a printed paper or other materials. First, you need to work with some really big size frames in our case. So they were quite heavy and we have like a lot of them. So it was like a very intense day for each of the groups. So each group has like each blend had like a limited time for printing. So we established that kind of order that each group will print within one day, which was like very intense because we have like only 8 hours to kind of create all of it, like several layers of colors, like 3, 5, countless of them, and then like covers, and then like put them together in pieces, and then still you have like 15 to do again. So it was like quite intense. And the printing itself, so also we are working with this like big formats tables in order to print, and it was like purely like fully group work. So also I really like that students, the participants of the citizens of the lands were organized very well, and then they could like split the jobs between themselves in order to establish their like I'm not sure how to call it. It's not the constitution, right? It's like the presentation, maybe. Like, right. So the last thing that we needed to do was the folding. So again, we established like this format when only 2 stitches are needed, and it is because we wanted to add some like additional pieces of the print, but then the whole piece. Maybe I won't reveal it right now. I will do it on the model. The whole piece is actually stitchless. So actually, you can fold it in several ways, and then either you will have like a poster here, or the whole like zine on the other side, and the zine part presents the actual self portraits of the citizens that lives on that lands. Okay, so as a result, the students prepared like 3 zines full of inserts and colors and other elements to show fully their lands. So I will just give you some some glimpse of that. And this is a map they created, they printed on the other side. So I think that, yeah, this is like the video part.
Give me a second.
So one of the students, and I am very appreciative for that, created a small short movie to give you some experience on how to actually how the progress were done. Thank you, and I think we need some lights here. The representative group on the stage, please join us. And it's like some of them, and I would like you to present like each of the zines, so you can unfold it to kind of show what's inside, like as you wish. So here we have like a, don't worry about the inserts. And maybe just to show you, yeah, so here are the maps. You can see the scale of it. And I will just give you to look at it.
Yeah, this way.
But here you go.
Guys, this is awesome. Yes.
So,
So,
If you could show them
no.
also into the camera a little bit.
Great job, guys. I'm really proud of you and what you could establish in 1 week. So yeah, that is fantastic. Yeah, you have each of the things has like the small instruction because it can be problematic with the folding and unfolding. Okay, yeah. So this blue is stunning actually. So that's pretty good. Okay, thank you so much. We can like fold it in half and then across. Yeah, and then we're home. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much.
Last month in October, the first year of the PJAIT program, they learned the design process and created editorial illustrations. Now I would like to invite on stage our animators who led different workshops on animation where the students were developing those illustrations. So, alla modo. No, guys.
Hello everyone. So we had workshops with entire first year, and so we created animations. I just wanted to say shortly that I'm really proud of my groups, and I think I speak for all of us. And the students started these workshops with maybe few of them had some knowledge about animation, but I think most of them were totally green in the subject, so they learned how to make a movie from the very beginning, so the process of development till the process of post-production. They edited movies themselves, they made the sound design and music, so I'm really, really proud of that we went through the entire process of making an animation movie. And yeah, I'm really, really proud, and I hope you will like the results. I can just say that my groups, some of them combined few animation techniques. So there is a little bit of 3D, pixelation, 2D, cutout, stop motion animation. So also they experimented. I hope they had fun because these were really, really, really intensive workshops. And I think I'm just gonna just about what you want to say about your jobs.
Hi, I'm Edita. I see you guys here. I'm going to tell short about it, so yes. And the work is done, and exactly we're going to the classical process, idea, script, storyboard, animatic, design was already done because it's related to the illustration and storytelling and composite animation, of course, compositing, everything, and sound. So I'm satisfied. I hope you too. We were working very hard and intense, and congratulations. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Babis. I think I was, whatever the lady said about the process, I just want to say that I had a great time, and I hope my students did too. The results are great. I think practically I'm just going to say that we did cutouts, we did claymation, we did a 2D, digital, traditional, we did stop motion. You will get to see everything. We started from an illustration from the previous workshop and we carried on with the subject matter. And big thanks to Anna and Sabina and Dimitri for helping with the workshop. Great help. And that's that from me.
Cheers, I'm Anno, and I would like to thank you, all of my students, and the organizer again for me having here. That's cool, and I just want to say that you guys are talented, and I hope that I scared you, that you are not going to pursue animation, because it's way too much work, and you could be doing something else, so yeah.
Hi, I just wanted to say that I'm impressed by how independent you guys showed yourselves to be. We helped you, but most of the work done was, it was all yours. And some of you opened up editing applications for the very first time in your life. Some of you did stop motion for the very first time in your life, but the results are impressive, really, really impressive. Thank you.
So I will just repeat that the final result is 18 different animations in various techniques, and we will present them to you right now in a short presentation. Thank you.
Now we're gonna wait for Maria Tetkanen's MA students for connection. Hi. Let's hope it works. Did you join on Teams? Okay. Would you be able to get it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay, now you can have more.
Okay.
More of it.
Is proper, would I say? Our audience is media. Wirtualna Polska, that is a media news platform. They have daily hundreds of thousands, or if not millions, of readers. They are young adults. I don't know the survey exactly, but this is what I know. So, and our topic is identity crisis of our era, and we have been focusing on sort of personal identity. What happens with social media and human mind? There's a lot of mental challenges, depression, too many expectations, too much bombarding information from each side, and this is what we have been focusing on. And we are not completely, of course, ready because the client has to say his or her opinion and so forth. But what we were supposed to do is that on the main page of Wirtualna Polska, we will have, like during 5 days, every day, a new outcome, visual proposal. First, on the main page, we will have a teaser, a small box where it's a teaser, you click, and then we are going to have under their web page our own web page where we will have the projects. And my idea is that every day the teaser is different, you click and you go and the new project appears. And we are mostly promoting like individuals, what is going on. Also, we have some videos, we have some photographs, we have some interviews that might relate to the readers, viewers, but we also have one like interactive, let's say, game. It's a fun game, really a fun game, because you have also, as we all know, may find, you pay this and this amount you have on wherever Tinder, people who pretend to be psychologists and help your guide life in your life. So we try to express that, be careful. But it can also, our proposal is like the fun part. Yeah? Okay, I would like, and as me as an old-fashioned graphic designer, we also did posters. So if every team comes here, take your poster, and then we will show what we have proposed for Wirtualna Polska. I don't know if Wirtualna Polska representatives are here. Are you here? No, they are not. They were supposed to come, but anyway, we will
They're
start.
supposed to come later.
They're supposed to come later. We will start. Each group takes, yeah, here you are. Take your poster. And you propose, we go by order what we have agreed, and we will show how we tackle this topic. Thank you so much.
I think so, because he was sitting here.
We are a bit lost. I'm sorry, because we were supposed to start our presentation at 2 and our team is not full, but we will do our best. So here we have our five like topics and posters out of them, and these are the topics that we are going to talk. First comes mission unmasking, then comes data, and then comes
Beyond the Broken.
Beyond the Broken, and then comes
Mumbo Jumbo.
Mumbo Jumbo, and then comes what it was. The team members are not here. I'm sorry. But anyway, shall we now start what we have done for Wirtualna Polska? Yeah, our proposals. Thank you so much, guys.
What's on?
A minute longer, please. We will order the posters and then we will continue.
Do you need light?
No, it's fine.
So you all know what we're talking about, so you can do pretty fast sort of the introduction, and then we will see the results, yeah? Some of the groups have also identified like the topic, like the philosophy behind what they wanted to express.
Okay, this group is not here, so maybe I'll present for them.
Yeah, sure.
So the title of their project is Kwitnące Dusze, Blossoming Souls. It's a project that celebrates the unique beauty of individuals through vibrant portraits and videos adorned with flowers and colors by intertwining diverse blooms with the people included in our project, we want to visually articulate the idea that much like flowers, each person possesses a distinct and beautiful essence, contributing to the rich tapestry of humanity. For this artistic exploration, Blossoming Souls aims to showcase the inherent beauty found within our differences. We took some photos.
Close the light.
Yeah. Lights, can you turn off the lights? Oh, you can do it, okay.
Żyją kwiaty i dzieci. Idzie po słońcu zachodzie, uśmiech nam oczom świeci.
Wodotrysk bije tu dziwny, co śpiewa jak śmiech i łkanie. Krzew nad nim rośnie oliwny, cichy jak pojednanie.
Różą, co cały rok wiernie, kwitną i słodycz to wolni. Obwiązujemy lniem ciernie, by nie raniły nam dłoni.
Żywim rój ptaków, co budzi ze snu nas rannym powiewem, ucząc nas iść między ludzi z dobrą nowiną i śpiewem.
I mamy ule barwnicze, co każą nam pszczół i z rady i zbiera się na słodycze, z kwiatu i kryju i jady.
I pielęgnują murawę, plewiąc z nich chwasty i osty, by każdy patrząc na trawę, duszą jak trawa był prosty.
What I want to say is that because we don't know the details yet, is that we have been then starting discussing who is our audience, and it is Polish audience. So our MA group is English speaking, but if the audience is in Polish, it has to be in Polish, and we don't know. So some of the materials are in English, then we will have subtitles in Polish. Some of them are already translated in Polish.
Can you turn off the lights?
So here is the main page of Wirtualna Polska, and here would be the teacher. They have promised us in one of the parts a teacher every day. And you click on that and then you go to our web page.
So our team also presented, and our topic is 5 billion root reports. We would like to, in this project, we would like to bring the awareness of people about how fragile our identity is, sharing our data and personal information in the internet. And every day we can tend to share a lot of our personal data without getting into details in terms and conditions, cookies, and so on and so on. And yet, lack of this awareness of what happens may have got the worst case scenario for our personal identity, not only in the internet, but in general, because our data may be stolen, they may be breached, and etc. And as an outcome, we created an infographics along with some useful data and animations that can bring awareness of readers of Wirtualna Polska and make them more conscious about the effects, about the consequences of their actions, and to take actions to protect their internet identity. This is our animation that starts the infographics. It presents a mask like a person and a lot of zeros and ones that represents data which are going out of us, and the data that 5 billion records were stolen only in 2023. Here you can see the first part of our infographics. We represent three aspects of it: is cookies, its terms and conditions, and fill-in forms. So we write why do companies do, for example, terms and conditions, and some data, for example, large companies, how many fines they paid for data that were stolen through terms and conditions, and that 250 hours per year we can spend reading only terms and conditions from one word to word. So I think it's so good. Then cookies. Also, we write why do we need cookies? Then we research that only 12 from 11 types of cookies can be really dangerous. That's third-party and zombie cookies, and the description of two processes through which your data may be stolen, like cookie phishing and cookie poisoning. And the third one, fill in the form. So the process that can store data from forms called form check-in. Here you can see the destination of it. And moreover, also data, for example, 2 million euro profit every hacker can make stolen your 10 credit card payments and 10 credit card details. Then there was a case of this British was compromised due to the attack. And moreover, you can see the third number, and this is the number of how many websites under nowadays. And here you can see also the GIF with the user on the web page of the dialog. Now the main see on the screen the clickable prototypes for desktop and mobile of our interactive infographics and how it looks like when you interact with it. Thank you so much.
So hello everyone. I was working in a archive, and we were working on the project which is called Beyond the Broken, and we were focusing on the concept connected to the nature. And kintsugi is a Japanese art of repairing broken pottery. And we use this idea to implement in our visual language of our project. And we let other people to describe themselves with this technique. So we ask them how do they see themselves and how do they see themselves in the context of the nature. So we met some people and we asked them one simple question. If you could be one part of the nature, what would you choose? So I will ask you, yeah, this is our inspiration. And
okay, I'm going to talk about the process. So we followed like around 6-7 plates, and we test how it's going to look like. So that was our first try. It was, I think, Sonic. Can you?
Next slide, please.
Yeah. Okay, here is the results, and we picked one of the best broken plates among them, and with each pieces we picked a lot, like the amount of people. So here is the examples how it went during the interview and drawing process. And here we assembled all the pieces and add that like glitter effect. So this is the result. Yeah, here is the result, I mean.
And now we see the video.
Jeżeli miałabym być jakąś rośliną, to chciałabym być pięknym kwiatem, który ma bardzo blisko wodę. Unosi się na powierzchni wody.
I want to be a small wind that could be lingering around things I love, anywhere I want. I can go everywhere and I can be around the people that I love.
İnsan çünkü doğada bulunan şeyler arasında çok nadir bir şeyin sonucunun iyi ya da kötü olduğunu seçebiliyoruz.
Ja bym chciała być dębem, dlatego że dąb długo rośnie, a przede wszystkim jest silny i bardzo odporny. A ja lubię być odporny.
I like to be a mountain. I feel very good in the mountain areas. I have a house in the mountain areas. Currently live there. I've always wanted to travel to high mountains.
A worm. Just to prove a point.
Yeah, that's a more. Just 3 movements.
Małym jeziorem wokół skał. Takim samotnym jeziorem, do którego nikt nie ma dostępu, tylko nieliczni, którzy przychodzą tam. To jest takie bezpieczne miejsce. Ja bym była takim lazurowym jeziorem.
I think I would be a specific weather, which is you can see the storm on the horizon and it starts to rain, but it's still shiny.
I wanted to be sun because every time I see the sun in the morning, it's just giving me hope. And I want to spread my hope to people.
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
Yay.
So here is how it would look like on Virtualna Polska page. And can I ask you for the next slide? And the actual page where you go to the project. And we have also the mobile version. And can I have the light for a second?
This is the place.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Very bad. You have a different video or something? Yeah. Yeah. In the file. Can you check if you got it? Yes. Okay, we need 2 minutes.
Wait. Do you need help?
No.
What's going on?
They sent the new version of something. What? It's the newest. Real. This one. Yes, this one. So this one. 20 minutes ago. Uh-oh, I'm there.
How long does it say it's going to be?
Maybe let's do the next group and then we come back to this group. Ready?
Thank you for joining us today. Our project is called Mission Unmasking, and it is a project that aims to explore how people uniquely identify with objects, leaving fascinating and surprising tales. Through a collection of artistic photographs, we showcase diverse perspectives on identity, encouraging self-awareness and highlighting the intriguing ways in which we can learn more about ourselves. The process was, we offered 6 objects for participants to choose from, the one that resonated with them. And after a photo session featuring the chosen object, we asked, how does this object relate to you? And their diverse responses were revealed in unique personal stories. That's how it is the project.
It's looped, right? Yeah.
And this is how it looks on the website. Thank you for your participation.
Look, may I ask Natasha to come here because, oh great, because we were a little confused with the timing and because students from the first presentation want to reveal what is behind this idea that they have been working on. So please, Ola and Julia and Natasha.
Okay, so we're group 1. We had the project Blossoming Souls, in Polish. We wanted to celebrate the beauty that is seen in individuality. We connected it to flowers because we also wanted to focus on in our natural selves, that we should focus on, that we should appreciate it more, the differences that we have in between us. We wanted to focus a lot on the smiles that are different. We wanted to focus a lot on the various things that connect us. This was connected to flowers, as flowers are all different, but they're all beautiful. So we had this comparison that we used to create our video. The next slide, please. We started with a series of portraits. This was done with various lighting. On this side we have with white roses, we have with these blue flowers, and we have with sunflowers. Next slide, please. We have here I forget the carnations, and again the blue flowers, the sunflowers, and the next slide. The last slide we had one couple that came in, and we also took pictures of them. We made sure to focus on the lighting. And the general atmosphere, wanted to focus on the beauty and the natural connections. In the last photo, we a bouquet of all the different flowers to further hone in on the idea that this bouquet of all these different flowers is still beautiful, even though it is different. And we connect this to how people are beautiful even when they do not look the same. Next slide. This is our video. It is created with, the audio is using a poem by local staff. It's called Ogród Przedziwny. We do not have the copyright to this poem, as it is still 4 years before the 70-year-old anniversary of his death. However, for this project, a different poem could also be used that relates back to beauty and nature. Simply for this week, we decided to use this poem. We can play the video now.
We played it.
But, okay.
But it is nice to repeat, yes.
Mieszkam w ogrodzie, gdzie żyją kwiaty i dzieci. I gdzie po słońcu zachodzie uśmiech nam oczom świeci.
Wodotrysk bije tu dziwny, co śpiewa jak śmiech i łkanie. Krzew nad nim rośnie oliwny, cichy jak wygnanie.
Różą, co cały rok wiernie kwitną i słodycz ślą wolnie. Obwiązujemy lniem ciemnie, by nie raniły nam dłonie.
Żywień rój ptaków, co budzi ze snu nas rannym powiewem, ucząc nas iść między ludzi z dobrą nowiną i śpiewem.
I mamy ule barwnicze, przekażą nam pszczół i zjady i zbiera się na słodycze z kwiatu i kryju i jady.
I pielęgnują murawę, plewią z nich chwasty i osty, by każdy patrząc na trawę, duszą jak trawa był prosty.
And yes, and the teaser we can maybe, it's frozen, the screen.
Yeah, you can leave it. We'll play the
Okay, so and this
presentation.
is the final teaser that will appear on the book. We wanted to show one of the portraits. On the website, we will include it on the video, but we will also include our portraits to fully showcase the project. And that's all. Yeah. Thank you.
Just go to team.
Hello, everyone. I was working in a group with Sonia and John, and we focused on the topic of mental health and self-identity. But what's important is that we're all so different. We're all so different. We look not the same. But sometimes we struggle with similar things. Sometimes we. Have you ever experienced that you couldn't sleep the whole night?
Yes.
Have you ever had your heart broken? Have you ever? And we go through similar things, but we're also different.
Now you want the review.
Now I want the video. No, actually.
The new one.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's
I think.
okay. This one.
You need to put the presentation.
Wait, I will just put it in the presentation.
We decided to make a game. A game where you can choose what do you want, how you feel, just following the instructions. But what's important is the result. The result, which is maybe weird, maybe funny, maybe mysterious, maybe cringe, but it's your result. And it's you because we're different, and you get your own result.
Hi, nice to see you here. It's Mambo Jumbo Lumbo Gumbo Dumbo Rumbo. We're inviting you to play our game. Please, just follow the instructions. They're very easy.
and now. We would like to share with you all the portions and the stuff that our friend Jan wrote. Hold on a second. Okay, there's a fortress within you that you have to burn, but be careful, don't let the fire spread to the forest. You're a king like Midas. You can turn everything to gold and everyone around you. But don't forget, every gift comes with a price. Love is all you need. Other than that, nothing really matters. Everything you give out will come back to you, good or bad. Plant a rosemary by your garden gate and carry lavender with you for the luck, because you will need it for these days. If your life would be a painting, Botticelli would be the painter. Don't forget every lover's biggest enemy is jealousy. Look what happened at Troy. You're just like Apollo, romantic, passionate, and possessive. But sometimes you have to forget and let go of what you love. Believe in your intuition. Your heart lies in your palm. Your third eye is open. You can see everything clearly now. You can't choose what stays and what fades away, but you can choose how to live your life between everything that reminds you and has passed away. Thank you.
Okay, that's it. Should I leave Teams?
Yeah.
A lot of fun. For example, I tell you what really broke my heart was we did this kind of classical portrait with Paul's team, and there's a picture with a guy who is
No, just.
Oh, it doesn't matter. But he has on his shoulder, he has this teddy bear. And then we were doing the photo, and after, as we interviewed him, why did you pick up this object? He said, I picked it up because I recently became a father. So these stories are really, when you read them, then you would read them, they are really like a very, to me, like touching and intimate. And it's also beautiful how brave people are to reveal something real inner from their soul. So, but anyway, I thank you so much, students, for this project, and I hope we could continue it. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and we welcome Ms. Rebenda from Virtual Poland. We hope we will have opportunity to go to the gallery Studio Sztuki, which is on the opposite side of the building, and then enjoy food, drinks, and works of your colleagues.
Paweł Kukucki informed us that the exhibition will be ready at 2:30, so until 2:30 you can rest, eat, whatever, and at 2:30 please come to C5. The exhibition will start at that time.